From Nicholas Sportsplex in Mount Prospect, Illinois, welcome to live coverage, continuing live coverage of the 2022 Continental Clash. I'm Joey Wright. Folks, appreciate you sticking with us here. A couple technical difficulties on our end we have resolved now, and we can bring you most of the conclusion of this game, or all of the conclusion of this game now with commentary. Had a couple things go south on us, but great work on the part of our team, helping to solve those problems and looking forward to bringing you the end of this one. It's the Team Quebec Snipers ahead 2-0 over Team Capital, and that's where we stand early in the second period. Team Quebec, the Snipers are in the orange uniforms, or red uniforms. The colored uniforms, perhaps the easy way to go there, and Team Capital in white. Hot day in the Chicagoland area. Nice and cool inside. Save made. And a line change. Play stopped here at 13:08 in the second period. Snipers ahead again, 2-0. Both those goals coming in the first period. And trying to build an advantage here. Little insurance key in this tournament. So much talent. These teams mainly comprised of 4th and 5th graders, 10 and 11-year-olds. But, folks, these kids have some talent, and you never want to put too much pressure on kids at this age. Of course, you know, they've got a long way to go as they climb the preps ladder and what have you there. But a lot of these kids, you can already tell, have a pretty good foundation, and if some of them maybe choose to make their way in hockey, they'll have the chance to do that, whether at the college level or maybe even beyond. A lot of talent on the ice right now in Mount Prospect, Illinois. 2-on-2, everyone's catching up. And that's going to be whistled face-off. Just about 12 minutes left to play here in period number 2. And I was crossed myself up a moment ago. Team Capital in the red uniforms, Team Quebec in the white uniforms. And Team Capital nursing a 2-0 deficit, trying to dig back into it, but Quebec's going to apply some pressure. Spinning around, centered up, stolen away by Capital. And that's Avery Gibson trying to get it into the neutral zone. He can't. Play out in front of the net. Coming way out to cover the puck and doing a nice job is Ben Cork. Cork able to cover for a face-off. Pretty good crowd on hand for both of these teams. Working it along the neutral zone. And Quebec trying to tool that one over and force Cork to work a little bit, but unable to do so. Now into the offensive zone. Capital. A shot on goal. Glove down. It was loose out in front of Florence Gagnon. But he's able to get to the right spot Or not Gagnon, pardon me, that's Gianni Ricci in net, not Gagnon, but nevertheless, he's able to glove it for a face-off. And that face-off won by the Snipers, intercepted by Team Capital, and skating along with it in the neutral zone, Brody Thornton. Now up and along the boards. Physical play. Man down looks like Nolan Antaya, but he's up and good to go. Physical play, clean play, and we will have another face-off. Team Quebec Snipers from the, obviously, Canadian division in this tournament. Team Capital is as well. And both these teams 2-5 on the weekend. The Snipers with a slight edge, 7 points to Team Capital 6. Snipers this week, 23 goals for, 36 against. 21 goals for Team Capital, 39 against. And another face-off coming up here. 10:18 left in the second frame. Still a 2-0 game, favoring the home team, which in this case is Team Quebec, as we just talked about. They have just a slight edge in a couple categories, including points over Team Capital, but it is a slim advantage. And this is a pretty evenly matched game here in the consolation round of the Continental Clash. Shot turned in, wide of the goal. And back into the neutral zone. Snipers were looking to get onside, intercepted by Capital. 2-on-2, could it be their first goal of the game? That shot sent in wide. And play whistled. I didn't see any of our officials indicate a call. And we play on. I think it just was tipped into the netting, perhaps. .9:05 to play here, second period. Here's an opportunity for the Snipers out in front, still loose in front of the net. And getting down to make a terrific stab at it and prevent what was potentially an opportunity for a goal was Ben Cork. Gets himself into the right place at the right time and makes a heads-up play. A lot of traffic out in front, and he was able to see the puck into his equipment. Whistle and a line change. And a power play opportunity for the next 2 minutes for the Snipers. See if they can make good on it here. Already in the offensive zone. keeping up these offensive opportunities. Dumping it in, playing it along the boards behind the net. And moving along into the neutral zone. Still battling for it here. Everyone back to full strength. And Capital just trying to set up a play here. Whistle and a face-off. And this is a good opportunity for the Snipers, as it looks like we have a timeout called by Team Capital. Pardon me, just a routine stoppage, but good opportunity for the Snipers here to add that third goal. Having scored both of their goals thus far in the first period. We move into the middle portion of the second. Loose behind the net. Sent over for Tayo Tricati. And he sends it back in behind. Good opportunity there, loose and rooted away by a Team Capital defenseman. Couldn't see who from here. Sent in. A lot of traffic out in front. And it will be gloved by Cork for a face-off. A nice job of doing what he had to do. And taking the face-off here for Quebec, Manilo Levy. And they go back to Levy, but he has it stolen away. Nice defensive play by, I believe that was Dominic Doust. Number 88 for Team Capital. And here's a chance, 2-on-1. Deflection, no. Diving after it and making the stop. Nice save is Ricci. Gianni Ricci did a nice job of sticking with that one. It was a good 2-on-1 opportunity for Team Capital, and they got the first one off the blocker. Deflected right to another charging forward. And Ricci saw it all the way through and played the right spots. Offensive zone faceoff, though, still an opportunity here for Team Capital. Now the Snipers onside look here, trying to keep it that way. Good defense from Team Capital, applying a little pressure back to the neutral zone. Snipers able to get back onside. Shot turned in. 5-hole covered. Nice job by Cork. Puck recovered by the Snipers, and Team Quebec Snipers teeing one up from the blue line, blocked away. Team Capital winning that race to the corner. Still loose behind, and they're trying to send it along the boards and get it out of there. It's in a very dangerous spot right now. Snipers doing a nice job of maintaining possession. And they get it over to Levy. Levy with a shot right into the gap, and it's going to be covered. Nice play by Ricci. or Cork, pardon me, not Ricci. Ben Cork with a couple nice plays for Team Capital, a couple nice saves here in recent minutes. Taking the face-off for Team Quebec. It's going to be Nolan Antaya. Called his name once or twice today. Loose along the bend. And a whistle. And we will see if Team Capital can take advantage of a couple of these offensive zone face-offs. Good opportunity to get a little offense sparked, and it's getting to a point here in the second period where they'll need it. 5:16 left in the frame. And if they can get one back, maybe both back by the time we break for the intermission, they've got to like where they're at. Here's one up at the top, and that's going to go in, and that'll be a goal. There's one for Team Capital. And that was a good look out in front from the very top. And that might have been deflected in by Ricci. I'd have to go back and look. I'm not sure who exactly would get credit with that. Team Capital teeing one up from the top. High in the slot, and it deflected off a couple folks from that point on. Snipers quick trying to get one back. Their lead cut in half. First goal we've seen today by Team Capital. And Team Capital quickly into the neutral zone. Rooted away by the Snipers. Try to get it onside. Nearly did just that. Vincent Harvey tried to bring it in, and it's still an onside opportunity if they can grab possession, but it's Capital winning that race. Up across the blue line. Now past the second blue line, and teeing up a shot from quite a ways out. Braden Della Hunt. And that was not to be. And an icing call. First time we've seen an icing here in the second period. Glad you're with us for live continued coverage of the 2022 Continental Clash. Terrific tournament in the suburbs of Chicago. We're in Mount Vernon, Mount Prospect, Illinois. Mount Vernon in Illinois is quite a ways away from the Chicagoland area. But we are in Mount Prospect. Glad you're with us. Behind the net, still loose. If you're not from Illinois, and these are two teams from our Canadian class here in the Continental Clash, there are a lot of cities in Illinois, as I pause to think about it, with the Mount prefix. We're in Mount Prospect. There is, as I mentioned a moment ago, Mount Vernon, Mount Carmel, Mount Zion near Decatur, the original home of the Chicago Bears. A lot of mounts for a relatively flat state. Loose puck, race for it. Team Capital wins that battle. And it's sent into the neutral zone. And another icing after we went a call it 14, not 14, call it 11 minutes into the second period without seeing an icing. We've seen 2 in quick succession. Running out of time here in P2. 2:34 before we reach the intermission. And stay with us at the intermission as there's a shot turned in on goal, blockered away. Nice job to get the pad in the right place from Ricci. Stay with us here in the intermission. We will have a quick break to let the ice resurfacer come out onto the ice and do what it needs to do. But do stay with us. We'll kill the mic and come back at the proper time right before the third period starts and carry that one for you. Should be a terrific third period. I think I said third quarter a moment ago. Third period here in Mount Prospect, up across the blue line, and an onside opportunity for the Snipers. Allen sends it in. And Allen will have to go give chase as it's tapped back. Snipers trying to tee up a play here. Capital wins that race. First to it, Sawyer Brown. Dropped stick. I believe that belonged to Luke Allen. He picks it up. He's good to go. As that's flung to the other side of the ice. Coming out to play it, Ben Cork, but we will have a face-off either way for icing. Third time we've seen that in the last couple minutes. Just under 1 minute left to play in the second period. 59 and 8/10 of a second. Into the neutral zone. And perhaps another opportunity for the Snipers. Look at that stick work. Bringing it all the way in and behind the net. Nothing cooking. And Team Capital has a little bit of a lane, trying to center it up with the pass. Onside look if they can catch up with it. Chopped over to the other side of the ice. A little bit of a collision there. Oh, another collision. And that's how the second period draws to a close. 2-1's our score. Team Quebec Snipers leading Team Capital. At the end of 2, we'll step aside for a quick break. They'll touch the ice up and we'll come back with a clean sheet. Play the third. You're watching live coverage of the 2022 Continental Clash. Stay with us. Welcome back to Mount Prospect, Illinois. Got you back just in time for the start of the third period. Team Quebec Snipers leading Team Capital 2-1, and we are underway. Team Capital in the red uniforms and the Snipers in the white and black, sharp-looking uniform matchup as we get things going in the neutral zone. Team Capital, again, needing a goal to tie this one up, bring it into the offensive zone. Good opportunity, but stolen away by the Snipers. Dumped in, and Jonah Puma giving chase now for Team Quebec. A couple of teams from the Canadian division. Here at the 2022 Continental Clash. And again, both these teams 2-5 on the week. A lot of talent here in the Chicago suburbs. Behind Team Capital's goal, and cleared out. Sent in by Nolan McCann. McCann unable to generate anything for Team Capital, and Team Quebec going the other way. Cutting through the defense, sending one in off the pads, off the chest of Ben Cork, who has made a couple nice saves. Let in 2 early goals, but has really gelled nicely, as has this defense for Team Capital. And both these teams really get up and down the ice very well. 2-5 record on the week, but don't let that fool you. This is a showcase of some of the very best teams in North America. 8 teams from the United States, 8 teams from Canada gathered here this week to show what they've got. And even in the consolation bracket, a lot of talent. I mentioned earlier in the second period, you know, these kids are 10, 11 years old. You don't want to put so much pressure on them to follow a certain path, but the teams we've seen here in Chicagoland this week, so fundamentally sound. They do the right things well. I mean, the quality of the hockey, absolutely superb. And it's not a stretch to think that some of the players we've seen here in Mount Prospect this week could have bright futures in this sport, should that be a path they elect to stick with. Speaking of sticks, both teams sticking it along the boards. Into the neutral zone. Team Quebec looking to add a little bit to their lead. 1-on-1. Out in front, it's loose and cleared. That was a good opportunity for Vincent Harvey, who brought it in. Harvey's now behind the net trying to find the puck, but it's going to deflect away from him. And Team Capital bringing it up, crossing the blue line, and that's going to be whistled off sides as Avery Gibson brought it up. Neutral zone face-off. Reminder that coverage of this Continental Clash continues today and tomorrow. Next game scheduled to start at 4:45. Capital pushing ahead, crossing the blue line. Brought up by McCann. At center ice, bringing it across was Adrian Faubert. And now Team Capital with a chance right in front of Gianni Ricci. Bumped along and hitting the deck was Nolan Antaya. Shoveled in, loose. Wrister from the blue line almost. And a lot of times when you take a shot like that, you're looking for a redirect or you're looking for a player, a teammate in closer who can help you out the rest of the way. Still loose out in front. A lot of traffic down there. It's finally bumped away. And Team Capital will try and set an offense up here across half ice. Now across the blue line, loose, and Team Capital recovers it. Sliding along the boards. Backhanded in. Red line, blue line. Capital trying to flip it on a dime. And that's dumped in. Capital trying to cut it off. Solid defensive work there to do that from Della Hunt, number 15 in red. Brought in. Good opportunity here for the Snipers. But in a sea of Team Capital players is Antaya. No help. You can see the physicality picking up here as we move through the third period. Team Capital trying to get it out in front. Still loose, and the Snipers will move it into the neutral zone and up and ahead. 3-on-3. Now everybody gets in. Dumped in and saved. Cork will glove it. And we'll have a face-off with 8 minutes and 56 seconds left in regulation. Not sure how much overlap there is necessarily between games at a tournament like this. Obviously a great showcase for youth hockey, great showcase for the sport. Across the United States and Canada. But if you happened to be with us earlier for our 11:30 game, you saw an absolute barn burner between Team North America and Team Alberta. And that game ended 6-5. Team Alberta falling to Team North America despite taking a 2-0 lead that was answered by 4 goals from Team North America. 4-2 lead they took, and then it was tied at 4. Alberta answered back with 2 goals. We tied at 5 at one point, and then North America had just enough in the tank to pull out that 6th goal and win it. But we've seen some crazy finishes, my point. And we'll see if this perhaps is a game where we don't know the winner after regulation. Could play out being a game like that. Loose along the boards. Sent back. And Team Capital right now has to balance being aggressive and selling out and putting yourself in a position to get that second goal, that tying goal, and also defensively, you've got to make sure you're shored up and you're not leaving anything open for Team Quebec to take advantage of, because they've proven, especially in that first period, that they'll do so. It's a fine line along the boards, and this is an opportunity they've got to capitalize on, but they can't. Into the neutral zone. Team Quebec. And a little bit of trouble here. Look at this. Nearly a 1-on-2 situation. Well, it was a 1-on-2 situation for a time. Team Capital answering. Team Capital trying one from right in front. It's wide. Now behind the net, the Snipers trying to clear it. Two on two. Out in front. Save made. Still loose. Snipers dumping it in, gloved and saved. And that was Luke Allen. Turning one in on Ben Cork. Face off one. Team Capital surging up across the blue line. 3 Team Capital players, 4 defensemen for Team Quebec. Now everyone's on, and the puck's going the other way. Sent in from the red line, wide. Out in front, but no one home for Team Quebec. Team Capital was in a better position to just get that out of there. Capital doing a nice job there of catching up on the back end and not letting Team Quebec have a skater break away. Good closing speed. Behind the net. 2 on 2. Everyone's digging for it, and Quebec's going to win that battle. Up along the boards to your side. Quebec looking, crossing over. Nearly a nice move from Felix Thériault, but put a little too much on it, and Team Capital able to catch up with it along the boards. They try to center one up, but the closest player in was Adam Aube, and he's able to get it out of there. Intensity picking up. Team Capital trying to dig. Massive humanity down there in the corner. Good opportunity here for someone to get out of there with the puck. It's Team Capital that cleared it, but they deflect it right to a Team Quebec player. He loses it, and Team Capital has an opportunity. Glove save made. Physical play out in front. Look out, getting a little physical down there. And the officials quickly in to break that up. Nice save made by Gianni Ricci. And you can feel the intensity picking up here. Team Capital wins the faceoff, but quickly there to close on it, the Snipers. And an opportunity, 2-on-2. Centered up, but poked away. Inside of 3 minutes to play. Up in front, wide of the net from Owen McAteer. That pass caught the post. And deflected right to McAteer. His shot, no dice. Stolen away and brought ahead. Here's Caden Green. Green in trouble. Lost it. Puck loose. Capital there first. Lachlan Guardhouse. Guardhouse there to bump into the Team Quebec offensive player. Plenty of defense back in time, that time for Team Capital. As we move into the final 2 minutes of regulation. Team Capital is going to have to cut off some of these opportunities here. They get everyone on. And play stops. With 1 minute and 9 seconds left, it'll be a timeout called by Team Capital. Set the stage for you one more time. Team Quebec Snipers leading 2-1. Scoring, Team Quebec did both of their goals in the first period. Team Capital got its goal in the second period. Snipers will have a timeout at their disposal if they want one. Maybe if things get a little sketchy defensively, they could use one and shore things up. But right now it's Team Capital taking the timeout. They will likely pull their goalie here and sell out trying to get that second goal. And so we will begin play with 1 minute and 9 seconds left. Team Capital needing a goal to tie it. Good opportunity out in front. Better save made. Terrific job getting down on all four extremities. It's Gianni Ricci. Called his name quite a bit, and he made a play, maybe the save of the game right there. And we'll have another timeout called, this time by Team Quebec. And I've got to imagine that Team Capital will pull its goalie here. With 1 minute and 4 seconds left, 5 seconds run off the clock there. Terrific performance from Ben Cork. Letting in just 2 goals against a very good Team Quebec Snipers team. But I think this will be the end of the line for him, as indeed Team Capital has 6 on the ice. Huge face-off here. And Team Capital winning it. They'll need to get back on here. Team Quebec did a nice job of forcing them offside. Quebec's got to cut off any open ice, especially a man down. 6 on the ice for Team Capital. That's sent back. Urgency, pick it up. 30 seconds left. Capital's got to be careful. They dump it in. Quebec takes over possession briefly. Capital there, playing it along the boards, getting onside, and this could be their last best chance. Stolen away by Team Quebec. Still loose in the neutral zone. Still loose. Capital trying to set this one up. And that's it. Buzzer sounds. Team Quebec Snipers with a big win over Team Capital. 2-1. It came down to the wire. But it ends with the Snipers out in front. And they sustain a late charge. Team Capital Maine with an extra man on the ice. 2-1 win, and they improve to 3-5 on the weekend. Now 2-6 is Team Capital. And that'll do it for our coverage of this one here in the 2022 Continental Clash. Congratulations to both teams on a hard-fought game. It's a 2-1 win for Team Quebec over Team Capital. Joey Wright here signing off. Thanks for joining us wherever you are. And have a great rest of your Saturday. So long from Mount Prospect.